Hey everybody, Juvenile Stacks here, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a story time. I know this is kind of an old idea, especially here on YouTube, but I kind of just want to talk about one of the crazier things that I've had happen to me in my life. I was a security guard at a fireworks stand back whenever I was about 22 years old, and it was a lot of fun. We were stationed, like where our security area was outside of an amusement area that has like a bowling area and a go-kart area, mini golf, all that kind of stuff. And it was a place that a lot of people went by, and it was kind of between one town and another. And so, one of the towns, I had a friend of mine who had graduated high school with us, who was a police officer there, and he found out we were there, and we were really good friends with the dude. So we talked with him, and we went, hey, if we need anything, we'll hit you up and see what's going on, because I know that we're actually in y'all's jurisdiction. Well, everything goes great. Most of the days, we literally were there with what at the time was a PlayStation 3. Me, my best friends, and I were all just hanging out at this fireworks stand. And it's about 2 o'clock in the morning on the second to last day at the fireworks stand. So, like the July 3rd, something like that. Maybe, yeah. Um, and we were playing video games, and I just happened to look up and out in the parking lot, an empty parking lot, and there was a man walking toward us. And every other day, but this day, of course, I had brought a bat with us just in case. There's animals out there and stuff, and weirder things have happened. But of course, tonight was the one night that I had left it in my car, which was about 30 feet away. Dang. Well, I am hanging out with the guys, and I let them know what's going on. And this guy walks up to us, and he starts asking us questions, and starts talking to us. And he sits down. He's not well. This person is a. They're twitchy. They are lethargic in way, and sometimes just they're acting really weird. I know it's like quite the difference between those two, but he was quite the difference. And so we try to tell the guy to go, hey man, you need to get some sleep. You seem tired, and he said he was tired. So go man, go home. Maybe try and go get some rest. Might do you some good. Well, we go back to playing video games, and it seems that our friend had gone around the outside of the perimeter of this mini golf area, and then behind the amusement area building, and I was going to the bathroom and just so happened to see him step out of the shadows of the side of the building, coming toward us again. So as I went back in, I told everybody that he was coming back, and this time the guy sat down crisscross applesauce right in front of the door, and still it was so scary that I hadn't gone to get my bat or anything. Still, of course, and the guy's sitting there, and he starts talking to us and starts talking about it's his birthday, and we don't like where this is going. And then he happens to say that he found a rag that he thinks someone sprayed with some sort of cologne or something, and he takes this rag in his hand and huffs it. And I mean, he's trying to get something off of this. And as soon as he huffs it, he falls backwards. And he then sits up and starts going, I swear to God, this is all real. He starts talking to us, saying things about how he feels like this is a dream, and how really none of this might be real. And by this time, we were able to get someone to go off and slip away, and was able to call the non-emergency line of this local police department. And we were able to get the guy to try to go home again, because we were able to talk to him down after he saying his birthday was then, and that he was like depersonalizing right in front of us, not knowing that whether it was fantasy or real, fiction. We love that. Well, the guy starts to leave, And as he gets out of the parking lot and he gets, oh, I would say probably 20 feet away from the entrance of the parking area, you know, where you come in and leave from, a cop shows up. And as soon as the cop comes up, the guy turns around and runs. And I mean, he runs away. And the cops, obviously, they turn their lights on because they hadn't even talked to the guy yet. And he starts to run away like it's crazy. Well, they found a big O knife on the guy, and they also um, found that I can't remember what the drug was. But it was some sort of huffing. Like I think it was like paint thinner or something. The guy had on a rag. On a rag. That's I'm laughing because one of the people I was hanging out with, that was playing video games with us at the time, we found out that it was actually one of his neighbors at the apartment complex he was living at the time. And usually we were able to get a little bit of sleep. You know, we'd take shifts and be able to get some. But if you can believe it, that night we actually didn't. And it was quite the crazy evening. The rest of the time, the last day, was pretty easy. There wasn't a whole lot that went on. But yeah, that was the time that I had a crazy person come out and hang out with us while I was security guard at a fireworks stand. Thank you so much if you got to this point for listening. If you enjoyed this, if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. I put out a whole bunch of shit posts, and this is going to be one of them. So, thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day. Afternoon, what do they say in the Truman Show? And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.